Two questions for you. Like, do you think then that the thing that is key, like the absolute center of it, is the decentralization? Like, is that the thing that is going to change the financial system? Is the decentralized aspect of it? And is there any like altcoins that have proof of work and like a more decentralized system, or is it basically Bitcoin and then the rest?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So the problem with altcoins, right, is that it's very enticing to their founders to enrich themselves, right? So, for example, when Bitcoin was created, it had a virgin birth. What does that mean? That means that when it was created, Satoshi Nakamoto didn't know that Bitcoin was going to have value. Every single altcoin that was created after the fact, the founder knew it was going to have value. Therefore, the founder sticks around. Satoshi disappeared, and that was one of the best things he's ever done. It is actually a bad thing if we knew who Satoshi is. In fact, it doesn't matter who he is. What matters is kind of the system that he set in place. The analogy that I always make is, what was one of the most important things that, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America did, George Washington? He stepped down from power after 2 terms, and that set the precedent for every president after that. He was so popular that he could have kept being president, but he stepped down, right? So it's a very similar concept. If you look at Ethereum, if you look at XRP, if you look at Binance, if you look at all these coins, they have a leader, they have a foundation, they have a group of people that run it. With Bitcoin, there is no person that runs it, right? And that's on purpose, right? So again, I'm a libertarian at heart. So if you want to buy a shitcoin, go for it. But just understand that you're gambling. And what you're really doing is that you're enriching a group of people. When you buy Bitcoin and you take it into self-custody, what you're doing is you're participating in the revolution, whether you're realizing it or not. You're taking your work, your energy, your time, and you're taking it out of the financial system and you're taking it into your custody. And that is extremely powerful. With any of these shitcoins, what you're doing is you're enriching the founders, and you're not really buying something that's anti-fragile. You're not buying something that's censorship resistant. It might seem like that on the surface, and it might seem like that for now. But as I suspect things are going to continue to heat up, let me give you a couple examples of what has happened in the last week or 2 weeks. We had a congresswoman from California that essentially, let me read it to you, and you could surmise how despicable this is, right?
Yeah,
So
I think I know the
the
quote.
Representative Norma Torres tweeted this out this morning. She said, "Today I introduced the Accountability for Cryptocurrency in El Salvador Act. El Salvador's adoption of Bitcoin is not a thoughtful embrace of innovation, but a careless gamble that is destabilizing the country. El Salvador is an independent democracy and we respect its right to self-government, but the United States must have a plans to protect our financial system from the risks of this decision." Just to kind of give you a reference point, El Salvador's GDP is $26 billion. The United States GDP is $23 trillion. So how could it be that this tiny little country, one of the poorest countries on the face of the world, is a threat to the US financial system? It's not a threat to the US financial system. It's a threat to the politicians that are used to controlling their citizens through monetary policy. That is what she's referencing. So things are heating up. Politicians are scared shitless, but they're only scared of Bitcoin because they know they can't capture it. With Ethereum, one of the board members of the Ethereum Foundation is actually sitting on the World Economic Forum.
Oh, fuck off!
Right?
Seriously?
Ethereum is in the good graces of God.
Who is it?
I
Can I check
swear to
this out?
God, you could look it up. Area Miyaguchi, the woman, right? She's literally she's the blockchain initiative of the World Economic Forum. And if you look at Bitcoin, the World Economic Forum attacks Bitcoin. The World Economic Forum advocates for Ethereum. You could control Ethereum. You could censor transactions on Ethereum. In fact, one of the founders of Ethereum went and pitched the World Economic Forum on launching a central bank digital currency on Ethereum. And in the pitch deck of that thing, it said, you could censor transactions the way that you want to censor them. With Bitcoin, you can't do that. which is why they're attacking Bitcoin for its client, for its energy usage and all of this bullshit that we all know it's bullshit. The reason they're doing it is because they can't control it. So again, there's two things. There you go.
Yeah. See,
there's two things that
I
are
like
happening
to pull
right
these
now.
things up. Just, you know. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Again, World
So there's
Economic
two.
Forum. And then just also, I
There you
pulled this
go.
up as well.
And
this is the year-on-year change for El Salvador. So I believe this is quarterly. So since the start of last year, El Salvador seems to be doing pretty all right. I don't know exactly what's going on since July 2021. I have to check out the last 2 quarters, but like it seems like, you know, seems like they weren't getting that screwed over. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's destabilizing them. Sounds like this senator
No, not
from
at all.
California is talking shit, basically.
Yeah, totally. They're totally talking shit. What you're seeing is fear, and it's the first time in human history that we have a non-democratic money, and that's a very good thing, because the issue with democratic money is that the mob controls it, right? So, for example, in Canada, you had, put the politics aside. The politics are irrelevant. You had, the left-wing party, the Liberal Party, in power, and they persecuted right-wing individuals because they wanted freedom, right? Again, the politics are irrelevant. If the right-wing party is in power and they persecute the left, it's the same bullshit. The point is that democratic money allows that type of censorship, right? The beauty of Bitcoin, and that this is why it's called the money of enemies, is that it doesn't matter how much Bitcoin you have, and it doesn't matter if you're the king of Australia, of the United States, the president of Uganda. It doesn't matter who you are. You cannot change Bitcoin.
Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment for us in the comments below. Let me know what you thought and if you'd like to see more of this from the show. Thank you, and we'll see you again next time.